They say every town has secrets, but Black Hollow was built on them. For decades, people whispered about the disappearances. Travelers who entered the town but never left. Locals kept their doors locked, and when night fell, no one dared to step outside. But tonight everything will change. Sound, car engine hums, windshield wipers moving. Arif journalist. This is Arif Khan, investigative reporter. I've come to Black Hollow to uncover the truth. 10 vanishings in just 3 years. No answers. No justice. Someone has to ask the questions no one else will. Car stops, door opens, footsteps on gravel. Narrator. The town was smaller than he expected. Empty streets. Shuttered shops. The only light came from an old inn at the corner. Door creaks open, faint fire crackling. Innkeeper. You shouldn't be here, stranger. Black Hollow isn't safe after dark. Arif. I just need a room for the night. And maybe some answers. Innkeeper sighs, gives a key that jingles. Innkeeper. If you value your life, stay inside. When the clock strikes 12, the hollow takes what it wants. Sound. Key placed on counter. Clock ticks loud. Narrator. That night as rain tapped against the window, Arif tried to sleep. But sleep never came. Because something else did. Whispering faintly. Arif. 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 Frightened. Who's there? Door creaks slowly. Heavy breathing in the dark. Narrator. A shadow moved across the wall. But when he lit his lantern, the room was empty. Only the whispers remained. Morning sounds. Crows. Church bell. Narrator. By dawn, Arif walked through the marketplace, hoping to speak with locals. But wherever he went, conversation stopped. Eyes followed him, but no one spoke. Finally, an old woman selling herbs called him closer. Old woman. You shouldn't be here. The hollow remembers outsiders. You'll end up like the others. Arif. What others? What happened to them? Old woman. They went to the asylum. The one at the edge of the forest. That place is cursed. Wind blows. A crow caws loudly. Narrator. Before he could ask more, the woman turned away, muttering prayers. Arif felt it. The weight of silence pressing on him. And somewhere in the woods something was. Watching, faint growl, then silence. Narrator. That night Arif searched the inn's old library. Dusty shelves. Forgotten books. And hidden behind broken planks he found a black leather journal. Arif. Reading. The asylum is not abandoned. The voices never stop. They feed on fear. If you hear them whisper your name, it's already too late. His blood ran cold. The journal belonged to a missing traveler. And the last entry was dated only a week ago. Pages slam shut. Loud whisper. Arif. Who's there? Footsteps running down hallway. Door slams shut. He grabbed his recorder and ran into the storm. There was only one place left to go. The asylum. Footsteps in mud. Storm grows louder. Metal gate creaks open. Ominous music swells, and so the clock struck midnight again. The dark hour had begun. The asylum stood at the edge of the forest. Its windows broken, its walls black with mold. For years people said it was abandoned. But tonight, the asylum was awake. Thunder rumbles. Iron gate slams shut behind him. Arif, nervous. This place. It feels alive. Door creaks open. Echo of dripping water inside. Narrator. The air was heavy. Rotting wood. Rusted chains. Broken stretchers. But something else too. Breathing. Faint echo. Whispering voices overlapping. Whispers. Leave, leave, leave. Arif. To recorder. The walls are covered with scratches. Words carved again and again. Don't listen. Don't answer. Don't stay. Drip, drip. A sudden loud bang. Narrator. The sound came from the operating room. He pushed the door open. Inside, an old chair with leather straps. And on the chair, a shadow sitting upright. Arif terrified. Oh my God, the shadow dissolves into smoke. Whispers scream at once. Narrator. The journal was right. The asylum was not empty. It was hungry, pages flipping, heavy breathing. Narrator. In the basement he found cabinets filled with files. Patients who were never released. Their photos showed hollow eyes and twisted faces. But the strangest file of all carried his name. Arif. Reading. Khan. Arif. Arrived in Black Hollow. Investigated the disappearances. Final status. Missing. Heartbeat sound starts pounding. Narrator. The file was dated. Tomorrow. Cold footsteps echoing. Metal dragging sound. Narrator. And then he heard it. The slow tap of a cane. From the shadows emerged a man in a torn white coat. His face hidden behind a broken surgical mask. Doctor. Deep, distorted voice. Welcome back, patient. We've been waiting for you. Arif shaking. Stay away from me. Doctor. Your treatment has just begun. Sound. Metal tools clatter. Chains rattle. Narrator. Arif ran, his footsteps echoing through endless corridors. The asylum shifted, walls stretching, doors vanishing. He was trapped. Doors slam. Screams echo in distance. Narrator whispering. The asylum doesn't let go. It keeps what it wants. And tonight it wanted him. Arif staggered through the halls. Blood on his hands, his breath shallow. He had only one thought left. Escape. Chains rattling, footsteps running. Arif. I have to get out. I have to survive. Door creaks, faint sound of a music box. Narrator. He entered a room filled with broken toys and empty beds. And in the center sat a little girl holding a doll. Her eyes pale, her voice soft. Girl. You shouldn't run. They'll find you. They always do. Arif. Desperate. Who are you? What do you want from me? Girl. I'm not real. I'm what's left of them. The ones who never left. Music box slows. Girl vanishes with scream. Narrator. The walls began to close in. Hands reached from the shadows. And he realized. The asylum itself was alive. Scene 3. The final door. Heartbeat growing faster. Heavy breathing. Narrator. At last he reached a steel door covered in chains. On it was carved a single word. Exit. Arif. Please, let me out. Chains unlock one by one. Thunder crashes. Narrator. But when the door opened, there was no outside. Only an endless corridor of darkness. Whispers rise. Louder, louder, then silence. Doctor. Whispering behind him. You can never leave, patient. Black Hollow is inside you now. Arif screams. Door slams shut. Narrator slow, chilling. The next morning, the innkeeper found his recorder lying on the asylum gate. Still running. Still recording. But Arif Khan was gone. Some say he escaped. Some say the asylum took him. But in Black Hollow, the truth is always darker. Because when the clock strikes 12, the dark hour begins.